What's up, everybody? I got, well, right now I have a advertisement in my ear, and I guess I can't really skip it because let me get rid of this first. Some other, hey, Ms. Dove. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm in the, I guess I can show you. I'm in the photo room, photographing some inventory. I was like looking at how many opportunities I have to be able to record a little bit, and I was like, well, you spend time photographing stuff, so now's a good time. So I got my camera, this is my phone, this is just a Rebel, and you're watching me on my Samsung S something or the other, which has a crack, and I'm ready for a new one. And I tested to see if you guys can hear me, I guess, through my headset, but I'm not sure. So anyway, Back Bay instead of eBay, get it? What's up, Rats? And everybody else who joins. I might not spend a lot of time talking to you, or I might. If you ask me a question, I might have an answer. Who knows? But right now, I'm just gonna plug away at what I'm doing. I was listening to somebody. Man, what was his name? RNB or BNR or something like that. I might check him out a little later. Find out what he's all about. So right now, I have a bunch of T-shirts and the like that I got when we were in where the wedding was in Indiana. My sisters, let's see. Let me turn this down in the background a little bit. You guys can't hear what I'm watching or what I'm listening to. I mean, I'm watching it. Hey, Cliff. So funny that you popped in because I was literally going to send you a text, and I'm like, not that I wasn't trying to or wasn't thinking about it, but I'm being stubborn like I am. But anyway. Oh, what I was saying is that you guys probably, I don't know if you can see what I'm picturing. Maybe. I'll try to make it so you can see, but I can walk you through the views that I do. Let's see. So I get a picture like that. I get a picture shoulder-wise. And then there, I get an angle on the left side, right side, and those fit in my thing in a certain way. And what I didn't do was take the first picture, but that's okay. There. 28. And then the sleeve. And it's 8. What I didn't do, which I'm just going to throw it off and do it, is I have a little card that has my number on it, our SKU number, and I take a picture of it, and then a picture of the tag, both front and back. A lot of people like to see front and back, for care instructions, size, all those kind of things. So, and then this one has like a little tiny. I actually wasn't with Eliza when she got them, but I was trying to tell you the story of where we got these stuff. My stepsister, so my father's wife's daughter, they run a like a store, and they have a lot of cool T-shirts and babies' clothes and those kind of things, and people probably from the church and those kind of things they donated, but went through and grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. So I have a lot of picturing to do. So this had like a little slight stain, front side near collar. So that stain description or flaw description will be on my card, and then when I sitting at the computer listing, then I can just refer to it. I'll just go on to the next one. Today I went and donated plasma. My daughter called, and her mother had sent me some pictures of our grandson, and I was like, "Is it me or does he look like your father?" She's like, "I think the same thing," but she was so proud that I had said that because she asked if I had look at that. That's kind of cool. Got the Kylo Ren, little Star Wars action. It's not gonna garner a whole lot of money. I mean, I might put it like in the $12.99, $14.99 range. Of course, I'll look it up just to make sure. But plus ship, and I only paid like maybe 25 cents for it. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. So there, get one kind of close up, then one of the image if there is one. I get one kind of the sleeve angle on both sides, and I line them up so that they kind of make one whole image. Flip it over, kind of set it back up all nice and neat. I call this flat lay. It's kind of semi-flat lay because this is at an angle. If you saw how ghetto, well, you guys can actually see how ghetto it is, but I don't know if that's the correct term, but that's the term I'm using. And in the background, I'm hearing the wholesome musings of Direct D. I don't know exactly what he's watching right now, but I was wondering that's what I was trying to do, see if I could listen on one device and stream at the same time. It seems like I can. None of you all have said that I can't hear me or anything. So, what was that? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. 31. And I normally would do this with two hands, but since I'll do it like I do it. I'm usually a little bit more efficient. It is what it is. So. And put it off to the side. Now, doing this, interestingly enough, just gonna let you know, and you guys will know what I'm talking about. You do something often, 9.5, but you do something slightly different. Hence, like for example, me streaming while I'm working, you kind of aren't in the same groove that you normally would be. That's kind of like what it is, because I don't remember if I did my first step. So I'm going to focus real hard on this next one and make sure that I do it like I'm supposed to. But that's two more shirts pictured that I didn't do before. So, all right, we're live, and I'm watching my footage. That's what Direct D. I can't remember the guy that I was just listening to right before I got on. I went live. But I know what I'm going to be doing within the next couple of days. So I did actually do that. I went to Pitt County Courthouse and I visited the sheriff's department because I had submitted a public records request and I was told that, I think in one of the videos, my recent videos, I told you all what happened, but they basically said that my request needed to go through the Department of Justice. Now, the reason why this person, it actually turned out to be, I'm not going to say her name, it doesn't matter what her name is, but she received my request by the person who initially intook the request, because it was a pretty involved request. I asked for some, what did I ask for? I asked for complaints filed against the department for like the last 3 years or something like that. And I know that the body camera footage is not public records in North Carolina, so I asked to know what the case number for any body cam footage that was attached to those complaints. Anyway, the person basically described it as pretty involved, so she passed it on to their legal department. And the paralegal for them told me that my request was not at the right place and that I needed to contact the Department of Justice. And then she gave me some internal policies and all that kind of stuff. So I used that policy to indicate to them that they themselves say that when they get a request that is from the wrong department, that they will forward it to the correct department. That's kind of standard across the board, I believe, and it makes sense. Why if I'm not certain where the request would go, then why do I have to be the person to find exactly where it goes? And it's just, particularly if you know where it is, then just send it to them. It makes common sense. Yes, you are correct. It is quite the runaround, and it's kind of like what I intend on doing is, I mean, for so many people, lay people, we don't, or we get the runaround when it comes to, government officials. They're so opposed to us knowing the information. Yeah, so anyway, what I was saying is that I now have the name of the actual attorney for that county, and I'm going to be in contact with her and basically begin my search. And by the way, all of this to say that there are 100 counties in North Carolina, and it would be quite the arduous task for me to visit all of them. I mean, that's a lot of visiting. But I figure that on the surface, I would start off by sending a fairly standardized request. Like, I would like to be able to know about the complaints, positive or negative. I'm saying complaint, but I don't mind it being something that's accolades. But if I start with a standardized version of that, send it to all of them, and then for whatever reason, if I need to follow up or speak with somebody because I'm getting a more significant runaround, then I'll do so. I'll travel to that county. But the way that I figured out how I was going to do that is I'm starting with the ones that are closest to me. I live in Edgecombe County. There are 5: Nash, Wilson, Pitt, Edgecombe, as I said, and there's one other. I can't, it escapes me, but that's what I started with. Once I get responses for them and clarify all the little things that they're asking me for or say that I missed, then I will begin to send those to all of the other ones, and then I'll start directly going. So that is the plan. Tell me what you guys think about that. If it's flawed, let me know right now so I don't waste any time, but I've done a little bit of thinking about it, so I think it's a fairly sound plan. I just gotta execute. I just gotta execute. No need for me to be upset about. I mean, I'm expecting the runaround, right? So the fact that I'm expecting the runaround kind of makes it that much easy for me to deal with it, and I just basically figure out how I'm going to deal with it as it comes. So in this case, I went back and I spoke with a young lady. Her name happens to be the same as my daughter, but she doesn't use the nickname that we use. So it was easy for me to remember her name. That was 26 inches pit to pit. You know what? It's so funny because, first of all, before I started doing eBay, I never cared anything about measurements, 23. And most of my life, I like to think of myself as kind of a tall, dark, and handsome guy, but I used to be Uncle Sam. In my aging years of wineness, how you age like a wine, I've gained a little weight. And all of a sudden now I need a little room here and a little wiggle room, all that stuff. So I can see where measurements matter. So I try to give them the measurements that matter. Oh, this is another cool one. It's not vintage by any means, but it's straight out of Compton. It's a cool color scheme. I don't know if you guys can see that. I like it. What did Stephanie say? They think if they make it difficult, people will give up. I agree. Yeah, I mean, and that's the funny thing. It's the simplest things, really. I mean, first of all, we have all seen how people get bent out of shape just for the presence of a camera. So let's start there. Like the presence of a camera brings excitement, fear. It's suspicious. We hear those things. So I wish I could try to put it in a way so that you get me kind of when I'm here and when I'm there and when I'm here. So just bear with me. I mean, it's not the perfect setup. We'll watch on TV. Oh, nice. I don't know. That's does the camera make me? I don't know. Does the camera add weight or take away weight? God knows I don't need any more pounds. But I'm going to be doing a diet. I was watching what's his name, Jericho Green, start his little journey, and we're going to be doing some travel, a little bit of traveling this coming up pretty soon. And I gotta get my girlish figure back to my girlish figure. Why is that doing that? Oh, I flipped it. So this is actually, it's made in USA. This is straight out of Compton. But I know this is not, I mean, I don't know how old this is. But, oh, but Pro Tax. See, that's another thing I'm learning the tag. That's not a bad brand. So I'm just going to pay attention. It's just things that cause me to say pay attention to this when you do your comps to make sure that you're pricing it, because sometimes you have it's not a concert shirt, but yeah, it's cool. So I'm going to be listing it, and again, I only paid so many dollars. There is a price. I mean, on some level, there are some things that you can put on that no matter what price you put it on, it's not going to sell. We have some things that we bought because they were cheap, and we learned fairly early that just because you get something for cheap doesn't necessarily mean it's a good buy. So if there's anything that I would say, oh, and then this has a couple of blemishes and holes, so I put holes on the bottom. Yeah, I don't know why this is not sitting the way I want it to. Now, if I had this like a true flat lay, it probably would be a little bit better, but all right, that's gonna work. All right, so So excuse my back, guys, but I gotta get it. I should be able to. I love the color scheme of that though. It's pretty cool. And I'm gonna tell you this because I was thinking about it. We have a number of different items in the store that I know people might like that just haven't sold. Either we had them priced wrong or the title was incorrect or something. Um, and I guess when I get enough people, eventually I'm going to give those away because I'd rather give them away or donate them. And when you have to donate something that you already picked up on the you basically just stay away from the store that you source from. So especially books. In the beginning, we would send back stuff. That's 31.5. We would get stuff and for whatever reason figure out that it was not good or we had the title wrong or something like that. And we figured out that we were we were picking up the same book and then taking it back. You only have to do that like once or twice to realize it. But we now have a place where only books will go to this one place that we return back. We don't ever go back to that place and get and source books. So works out. You figure out things that make your job easy. I mean, reselling is cool. I've been able to do it for the last 2 years since I came here to run a call center. Some of you guys know my story. Some of you don't. I came here to run a call center. We stopped that relationship, and I'd already started doing eBay on the side. No, Amazon on the side. And then I just picked up eBay, just started learning it. And my then fiance, now wife, basically said, I need this amount of money from the business every month. And that's all I need. That's all we need. And that was 3 years ago. So I've been running on the treadmill trying to make sure that I hit that mark. But she hasn't made me go back to work. Thank you, Cliff. I appreciate the work that you do in there. Appreciate it so much, sir. You got a show coming on tonight, right? I know because I saw it and I was like, well, I got to check that out. So I think for some reason I feel like it has to do with Donna. What's her name? J Press. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But yeah, I think I do have it right. But I'm going to be checking it out. Probably at least it shows up on my time as maybe 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but I don't know how you have it listed. So check your local listing. And Cliff is confirming that I'm correct. But oh, and there's a I told you I'm listening. So I think it'll be even better. This is kind of what I'm excited is. Like, let's say I'm watching something on YouTube or a live or something like that, or maybe listening, but I have a couple things on my mind. If I'm downstairs doing that on the computer, I know I can share my screen. I don't necessarily can do it. I can't do it right here. I have my computer set up, but I just don't know the legit. I'm working out the logistics. So, oh, I'm frozen. It says I'm frozen. 5 by 5. What does he mean? Does he mean that I need to refresh? I can't end it. I don't think. All right. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, just so I can see where I'm at. I'm gonna check it out on my computer. See what it looks like. Oh, so yeah, I can see myself. That's kind of weird because I'm delayed, so I won't watch that. Oh, but when yeah, no, it's cool. All right. So I'm gonna go back to what I was watching. Oh, maybe you thought it was frozen, Cliff, because I just put it. You just have a shirt that's up there. That makes sense. So I'm gonna have me there, and then here I'm gonna have Direct D. Yeah. All right. My daughter's last awards day tomorrow. What does that mean? Oh, last awards. Is that code for something? Are you speaking code to me, Stephanie? No, rats. And I don't know if there's a video or anything, or if you guys did a show or anything like that. But generally specific talks about having met you, rats. He talks highly about you, so I'm sure it'd be nice to meet maybe all of you sometime. Maybe one day we should all do like a what do you call it, like a meet and greet. And by the way, do not take this process that I'm doing in front of you guys right now as how slow I am, because like I said, my steps are a little bit different because that I'm doing it in front of you. But I'll get better, and I might have a topic to put out there while I'm working. Uh, Many of you guys know that my mother suffers from dementia. It's basically diagnosed as Alzheimer's. But I will say that they increased her dosage, and I actually think there's an improvement. Now, certainly not progressing and not reversible, but it's different than what it was on some level. So I think that's a plus. And she's golfing more. I think Coach, I'm pretty sure I told you guys the story that the person who is her significant other coached me as a boy in basketball. So I call him Coach. And similarly, the person who my dad married some 30 odd years ago, almost 40 years ago, my father demanded that we call people Mr. and Miss, and I called her Miss Martha. That was her name. And I've always called her that. And my father would say, I wish that you guys would have, been around, because we lived abroad because my mother's in the Navy. But I wish that you guys would have, developed some kind of nickname for her, and Mama D, something. I like that. It's a term of endearment. I mean, she could be Mrs. Woodall or that my dad's wife, whatever, something like that. But I call her the name I call her because I appreciate the love that she showed me over all these years, and that for my father as well. So, um, and likewise with Coach, I have a fond memory of when he coached me, and now the love that they have currently for each other, I admire and appreciate. So and we would play golf when I was there for the wedding. So kind of cool to bond. Amazingly, you figure out more things that you can bond with someone versus being an enemy. At least I think you should be. The older you get, wisdom trumps a lot of things, and I think that getting along with each other is something we should all strive to do. I don't know. We say at church, "Can I get an amen?" I don't know. Can I get a 1 or a 2 or something like that in the comment? But if you agree, excuse me. If you disagree, say the hell with you, Craig. Here's another one. Easy E. All right. Straight out of Compton. Now this shirt, again, it'll do. If I got it for the price that I got it for and sell it for the price that I think this will go for, cannot go too wrong with that. I don't know. Can you guys see that picture? That's not a bad image. See, I go closer for that image. And again, I go there. It's like the third time I've showed it. Maybe I'll clip it. And then I get a close up of the image. And I'm going to go here too because, oh my gosh, there used to be a time with eBay where you only had 7 images. Now you can take 24. 24. Oh, you put one for Stephanie, and Cliff did prayer. I like that. I think there are a number of wrenches. Rats is a wrench. And I don't remember when I first did that or not, but I feel like I just gave them out. And all of you all have done well by me, so I appreciate it. But of course, if there's any time that you don't want a wrench or something like that, just reach out to me and I'll take it away. That sounds so bad. I'll take it away. You know what I mean. I don't want anybody to have any ill will towards anything that I asked them to do. I don't expect anything from you all. I just appreciate that you support me in the way that you do on my journey to trying to make this third rock from the sun a better place. You know how it goes. So, 23. I don't even know. 23. He's whatever's going on with Direct D right now. He said, "Do you kick the dog when you go home?" 7.5. Now, I've been subscribed to his channel for some time, and I'll be the first to tell you, his style is or was way different, and I don't know if I could ever be that type adopt the same style that I've seen him do before. But he clearly has a lot of followers and drama kind of sales, I guess. But you do notice something happened where he's not quite where he was before. And I'm going to figure that out too. But, I don't know if he got in trouble, which I'm not trying to represent that I know exactly what's going on. So I'm sure you can figure it out on his own channel. But I have learned some things from different things that he does well. And, I will model it and make it my own. So if you ever watch any of his channels, go check out his channel. You'll see some things that he does really, really well. And there may be some things that you disagree with, but I'll take the good and adopt it to my own style and see where we go from there. How about that? Catch me outside. Catch me outside. How about that? How did that story change? Oh my gosh, that girl, what's her name? Something Batty? Big Batty? I just saw her. I don't even know why. I think she had some kind of beef with somebody. It's about some beef. What is up with beef? I mean, beef is delicious, but good God, man. Why does it have to be? Make it about something else. Oh, and this has a little hole. All right. I can see that little hole. I caught you. It's easy. It's good that I catch it while I'm doing this. So we say small pen-sized hole, front side. Now, I feel like that's a Square Bob, SquarePants, SpongeBob. You know what I'm talking about. I feel like that's one of those characters, but it's pink. Now I don't know if it's because the guy is pink. Oh, this has a hole. See, now as much as I like this shirt, it's a 2XL. I think it's cool. It has too much of a hole, which obviously we didn't see. So that means, I don't know. I'm going to probably put this in my little stash because, I'm on camera sometimes, so I just like to have different things. But nobody's going to really see that hole. But a customer would not appreciate that. It's a big hole. So I'm going to put this in my personal stash, and it means that I'll wear it sometime. So now you guys will know where it came from. What's up, Huntington Township? How you doing? Good to see you. if you haven't already noticed, I am checking, or I'm taking pictures for inventory that we picked up when we were in Indiana for the wedding. So it's going well, and I am engaging you all, but it means that my process is a little bit slower. So if you are here to kind of see what you do when you take pictures, this is not the one. This is not that. This is not that tutorial. But just giving myself the opportunity to hang out with you guys because I love you. I really do. I love all of you. I love you. You love me. Oh, I'm not allowed to sing like that. Is that like a copyright strike or anything? I can play my guitar. You'll look good in pink. Thanks, Cliff. I think, well, you know what? My mother is a survivor. So, is it March? It's not March. What month is cancer awareness? Anybody know what month cancer awareness is? I forget what month it is. Maybe October. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Raph. Appreciate that. You guys are better than a motley crew. I don't know what's better than a motley crew, but that's what you are to me. October, it is October. See, I feel good that I didn't just not know or have it kind of like in the back of my brain a little bit. And this is a cool shirt. I don't know. Does anybody know anything about FUSAI? FUSAI? Yeah, I'll put it up there. That's it. So let's see. I don't know if you guys can tell. That's what it is. But this to me this checks off a lot of what I call points. I mean, it's just got that rugged look. I just think it's a cool shirt. And if I remember correctly, I looked it up a little bit, and it will sell. It's going to sell. It's got some cool stitchery going on and some little accessories. It just checks off a few things. Direct D is asking if we should play another video. Now I know I can't do lives like this all the time, but I have to spend time in the photograph room in order to get stuff on eBay. So there's plenty of time for me to sit and be in front of the camera. Sweating a little bit, it's a little hot. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I trust all of well with Liza, you and the family. Yes, it is well. She is downstairs working. So we both work from home. I think I've explained that to you guys. Yeah. Oh, see, and those buttons are cool too. I just like this shirt. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I buy stuff and we get it in the store and it doesn't sell. Maybe I might misname it. No, I don't think I put things on there to sell. But like, this is me. Like I'm all about this shirt. I love this shirt. I think it's awesome. I like this shirt a lot, actually. Buttons are cool. So I was telling you, there used to be a time where you could only do 7 images. Maybe it was 12. It was some number that you never had enough pictures. If you had one flaw, something that was wrong, it just ruined it. But now you can have 24. So 24. Hmm. 29 inches. All right. 23.5. But you guys, honestly, I will say, just knowing that, I mean, it'd be funny if I sat here and did like 50 shirts. I mean, I could do quite a few shirts. I mean, there's not only shirts. There might be some dresses in there. I stacked them so that because when I lift, I don't want to just have, what the hell is that? Sorry, anyway, 24. I don't want to just have all t-shirts and all shoes like we got these. Same place. These classic, cool Nike. Nice size. This is 11 and a half. See, they're just, I wear like 11 half, 12, and I think these are 11. Yeah, these are 11. Oh, these are 11.5, but they're a little bit tight for me. Otherwise, these might go in my closet. Get to hang out with you. I love that you did this. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Rat. See, the more that I decide to do the types of things that I do for my life, one, and get out there and do things, I'm learning kind of like what you like, right? So it's and then a number of you guys have already told me, like, especially ones that live in North Carolina. I think it's not Huntington. I feel like I know Cliff is one of them. He's like, dude, the fact that you kind of care about the body worn camera footage thing, and I don't know why it is a thing for me, but I honestly just sincerely think that beyond the fact that you are protecting people's privacy, you know, not making it just so it's a spectacle out there. I totally get that you do that. That's why when we make requests and we expect that you redact things and those kind of things, that's your job to take care of those things. But there are certain things that when officers are doing stuff that you need for them to be held accountable for. And if you have the ability as an entity, as a department, to sweep that stuff under the rug, that's just straight BS to me. Transparency, yeah, it's all about transparency, and that's what it is for me. And getting comfortable going to government buildings, particularly that have officers. Now, I'm not really too down with. Some government abilities that I don't have any reason being in there, but government in general, I think, needs to be watched. So that's why we exist. And everybody knows why I initially started, because of my mother. So, as that comes out, then it allows me to be comfortable, to get my style, so to speak, to figure out how I'm going to talk to somebody when they look at me like, why are you filming? Well, I want to belay your suspicions, and I'll talk to you like a human being, and I'm not trying to interrupt you or to belittle you or anything like that. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I just happen to have a camera in my hand. In fact, when we went to get our wedding license, I was recording. And Eliza, although she supports me, she kind of gets a little weary when she doesn't want for it to become a spectacle. But she has seen some of the worst instances of, First Amendment auditing. So she doesn't necessarily want that kind of interaction. And I promise her I don't give that. But she was just nonchalantly saying he's recording, and the lady's like, kind of like, you're going to record the whole process? And I'm like, she's like, yeah, is there a problem with it? We're in public. And she finally came around, and we had a wonderful experience in that front office getting our license, so in Indiana. So all that to say is, don't be a Richard. Unless your name is Richard. Let me know in the comments if you guys all got that. So we're at 44 minutes. I think we can make it an hour, and then I can probably stop and go on to something else, right? I don't know. Is that the landmark? What do you call it? Is it landmark? The metric? Trying to think of a good point. I know the metrics would tell me what's a good time stopping point for me. But what do you guys think? What's a good stopping point when you're doing a live? If you ask Todd, it'd be like, damn, 12 hours. Or be a Karen. Correct, King Bluto. No need to be a Karen. Karen, Darren. I'd say, good. Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to see what I've only done. See, I was thinking smart. I think this is 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I usually do like 15, then take them downstairs, where set them up, stage them where I'm going to be listing them. But I'll probably do more here. All right, so. All right, so this one has, ooh, Dave Chappelle. This is Adidas one that I'm about to put up, but it has a stain on the collar, stain on the collar. And I think that's about it. But it's a simple shirt. Didn't pay a lot of money for it. It will sell. If it's basically my philosophy with regard to, and I learned this from other people that I watched in the beginning. But you have to be able to find the item. Oh dang, my chat went full screen. Whoa, thunk. Who the thunk? Oh, what does that mean? It went full screen. Oh, because you're watching on the television, right? Ooh, Richard, Cliff got it. So I'm a little behind, and I forget what I was going to say. Oh, in order for an item to sell, what do you think? What do you think it needs to do? So people need to be able to find it. And I don't know how many of you guys shop on the Bay, but I wasn't one that did it myself, and in fact, I had to kind of figure out what the process looked like from the customer standpoint. And I'll tell you, I list my store. Any of you guys can check it out, but you'll see that we are big on customer service. We try to give a good experience. I only have so much that I can do for the customer, but ship it fast, get it there so they don't have to be texting me about it every 10 minutes or whatever. But get it to them in a timely fashion. Make sure it's a high quality product, doesn't have any holes, or if it does have holes, then you let them know that it has holes. But they got to be able to find it. And sometimes they're not even necessarily looking for this particular shirt. Maybe they just put brown shirt. So I want to at least have the color of the shirt, that it's a shirt. And of course, it happens to have a name, and I didn't say what it is. You guys can see what it is. I'm going to do that measurement again because I didn't pay attention. But, I'm still, I'm not monetized, so I don't have to worry about, I guess, copyright infringement or anything like that. But I guess when I do get there, and we will get there one day, then I need to make sure that I have those things in order. So might as well do it now and mind those kind of things. So, and the reason why I say that is because I don't want to have, say, that and it be bad. Adidas. All day I dream about, see, that just came to me. I forgot about that. That's kind of cool. See, I don't know if that's what it really means, but that's what I've heard. Let's see where we are. Yeah, so, pays the bills. It helps provide some of the lifestyle that we have too. When we get things, we're changing things around right now. When that change finally occurs, I think it will streamline our process. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, does that look familiar to anybody? Bullets 23 and the name Padao. I forgot that she got that. And that's kind of cool. Daddy like. Ooh-wee. My heart just stopped. Mr. Jordan. But see, I remember that team I know it used to be called the Bullets, and they changed it to the Wizards because of the, I guess, the negative connotation. But I don't know if, first of all, I don't know when that occurred, and if Michael Jordan was, excuse me, if Michael Jordan was a player coach at that time. So I don't know if he ever played for the Bullets. I'm gonna have to look that up. So that's some of the things that you got to check out too. Like, somebody might have just done something and it might not be the actual thing. Gotta watch for fakes. But look at this, Mr. Chappelle. Chappelle show. What? Okay. What? So I never had my dogs for like, what's up, Dad? What's happened? I have a Coca-Cola and Pepsi sign I could sell. Oh yeah, and GS Generally Specific also. He's kind of one of the reasons why we even brought it up because he has like a, I don't know, some type of card collection, which he feels like he might have some stuff. I mean, there's tons of cool things that you can do for yourself. I mean, you literally could go to your closet and pick up or take out all of the items that are still quality items, but that you haven't worn forever. Throw them on eBay, and then do it again. And then once that pays for itself, then maybe you can take a portion of that and go to the store and look for something that's more desirable. Once you've depleted the stuff that's in your closet. Now I still have. I talked about this right here. This is another one of those shirts. Kind of a cool shirt. It has all these Kings of LA or New York. I'm sorry, Kings of New York. But yeah, check out your closet. I like this Chappelle shirt too. See, I wish it, and it has a stain right there, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance. But it might end up being in my closet. Yep. Bleach stain on the left side as worn. Yep. Left side as worn. Okay. I was about to take a picture of that. Chappelle show. See, I heard Generally Specific playing his guitar. I think it was before we got on the air yesterday for frequently asked questions with myself and Generally Specific. By the way, you guys will want to check out, those of you guys who don't know, check out that show. We have it every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about a whole gamut of things, usually question-oriented, and we see if we can come up with some answers to the frequently asked questions of our life and Earth and America that we have. That's 28. Come check us out. $26. And finally, the sleeve. I'm a little hungry. Oh, who likes, okay, I'm going to ask you guys this question. 8. Oh, and I'm going to, before I do that though, I'm going to go over here. And 5 watching now. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. What was I going to say? I didn't like. I like if you like and share if you can. I was going to ask. Okay, so today I had a sub sandwich, and of all the ones that you can have, I picked a certain one. So I'm going to give you guys choices, and you tell me what you like. So, are you a sub? Let's see. I guess 1, 2, 3 in this order, maybe 4. So are you a Subway sandwich person? Jimmy John's, that's two. Jersey Mike's, number three, or Quiznos? Thank you, Mr. Cliff, for reminding people to hit that like button and share if somebody you know or that you think might like us. Tell them about the Craig stuff. Tell them about Fact the Madness. Mr. Craig, Mr. Craigie Wiggy. That's it. My grandmother used to call me Craigie. So if you're really close to me, you can call me Craigie. Firehouse Subs. Ooh, now that just sounds good. Subway. Okay, we got a Subway. Firehouse Subs. Is that a real thing? I never even heard of that. I mean, that just sounds good. You might have got me on that one. But I'm a Jersey Mike. So the reason why I like Jersey Mike's. So I do like Jimmy John's, and they're super fresh, super quick, all that stuff when they deliver. But when it comes to their rewards, like you might buy 6 sandwiches or 7 sandwiches or whatever, and then they give you a cookie. At Jersey Mike's, you get points, and then like I don't know how many sandwiches you gotta get, but you eventually get enough points where I mean you might spend $200, but you get enough points where you can buy the same size that you buy. And I think right now I'm at 72, and I think it takes 140. So I got about maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7 more sandwiches, and I do it twice a week. I go donate plasma, and I treat myself while I'm trying to do it with caloric value in mind. So instead of going to KFC or Burger King or Pizza Hut, which are my other choices, I go to get a sub. And I basically get a giant size and I eat it over 2 sittings. So I'm not, I feel like I'm eating a little bit more healthy than if I was just going to get me a big old Happy Meal. I only go to our local Roca's Pizza Sub Shop. Okay. Never had 3 of those choices. Had Subway, not 3. Yeah. In fact, I used to work at Subway, and because I got a free sandwich every shift, and I can make it any way that I want. I got more than as many sandwiches as I wanted to. Actually, I think if I can remember, I could just make me a sandwich. But you can't. The way that I like my sandwich at Subway just costs too much. It's not cost effective. Yes, and the bread, the way that they make the bread at Subway is pretty cool, actually. And it is delicious. All right. Ooh, it's getting a little hectic on this live that Direct D is doing. He's asking, "Do you think that I'm a threat?" And it's kind of interesting too. Like I'm listening to this, I don't see it. I mean, it's right here, but I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to other things. I can just hear it in my ear. But it's kind of a different perspective when you're just listening to a 1A experience. Kind of interesting to think about. All right, Mr. Jordan, here we go. I like it. Oh, and it's got a little bit of some discoloration, but somebody's gonna want that. I don't know. You guys can see that. Somebody's gonna want that, and I'm gonna make it look like they want it. I'm gonna make it so they just gotta have it. Take some really good pictures. It's all about the pictures. And I'm gonna show the blemishes that it has. I'm gonna note it. Has some staining on the front. Somebody might be able to treat that and get it all out. Now we watched it. We tried. Maybe they have some magic potion. I mean, it'll decrease the price a little bit, but it's still desirable. Somebody might make it like it was. I can't remember what song that was. Oh. Okay, don't forget that I have people watching me. I haven't forgotten you guys. I actually, for some reason, was paying attention to Direct D for a second, but I'm still here. So I'm actually going to go 26. There's no sleeves. Okay. Do we make it to? Oh, we made it to an hour. Belt it out. Oh, see, Huntington probably is doing the same thing that I would do when uh, when Todd would sing. I say, "Who sang that song?" Well, you guys, I made it to an hour. I think that's a good stopping point, if you will. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It wasn't a 1A thing, but more of an eBay kind of thing, but part of my life. Let's see, what is. So I'm gonna just do some shout outs. I can see who was here. Pretty sure Dove was here, Bluto was here. Thanks for coming. Cliff, of course, Rats to the Moon. Huntington, I said that. Dove, I said that. Mr. Williams, Cliff Williams, thank you. Stephanie was here. Stephanie Jinks. Appreciate you guys stopping by and commenting and liking. And if you know someone who might like the show or the stuff that I do in the future, share the channel. I think I'm going to come on later. I don't know. Cliff said that he's having a show. I think it's around 7. I think it shows that time, Eastern Standard Time, but you can verify from his channel. What else? This is interesting. Thank you. I love hanging out. I love hanging out with you guys. So I got to figure out maybe next time not to have the glare. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of things. So this is back behind me is where we have books. These books are ones that we sell on Amazon, but from our home. We have other books that we box like 60 in a box, maybe 40 in a box, and send them to the warehouse, and then they sell from their warehouse. We do that as well. But these sometimes are either long tail, we don't want to pay for storage or whatever. Okay, I was telling you guys about something that we bought at a really good price. We were in Walmart one time. These are Pasta and Beyond by Emerald Lagasse. And I think we got them for like $40. They were cheap. We bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I can't remember what price they were, but they were cheaper than what they were. And at the time, I think it was like around Mother's Day or something, they might have been selling for like, let's just say $100. So it was enough profit in there for us to get. That was quite some time ago. We still have them. In fact, I took them off because we think we're going to give them for gifts. So just, again, be careful with what you buy. Do your research. Make sure that you know that when you buy it, you can sell it. Okay. So we also went to Lowe's, and we got some of that floorboarding, and we created this backdrop, and then for like the things that we do that we lay on this thing, like hats and purses and those kind of things. We've made that so that we can have a backdrop, and we have this gray backdrop for here. Some of the supplies are back there. This is the photograph room. It's a little disheveled. Like I said, we're moving things around, so don't hate. Don't hate on the game. Share. Thanks, share. So I think that's it for now. I'm going to give me something to eat. So Jimmy, I was going to try to show you so I have this light right here that's up there. Since we got it from Amazon, it had some of those things off, but it lights really well. Then we have these lights right here. They're Skytex. I guess maybe I could do something like drop a link if you're ever interested in getting some lighting. Use my link. I'm sorry, but I did it. Anyway. Oh, and then this right here. These we already have this right here. But we put some different lights. Oh, and I didn't even have the. So this it's not the best lighting setup. I mean, it could be better, but in fact, I feel like it's lit up pretty well. I'll look at the picture just to make sure. But anyway, that was what I did. So you guys take care. Oh, is that the same color as your kitchen floor? Maybe. Cool. All right. I'm going to end this, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Maybe next time I'll sing you guys a song. Bye.